you raise a very good point, Claire, and this ethically comes down to this basic fundamental question of do the ends justify the means? And that's a question that's been debated for centuries and centuries, and we don't really have a good answer to it, but to Claire's point, sometimes a film can promote conservation in such a great way that you can tolerate a certain amount of discomfort to animals, because you say the ends justify the means, but where that line is drawn can be different for every one of us, and that's what the debate is about. Where to draw that line? When does good filmmaking artifice go over the line and become audience deception or animal harassment that's unacceptable? And we don't really know where that line is, or it'll be different for all of us. That's what my book, Shooting the Wild, is about. Any other questions here before we finish? Yeah.
Chris, just real quick, who's driving the bus here as producers and filmmakers? We're pitching to the studios, pitching to the distribution centers that we're going to make this film, and some people are obviously unethical and promising we're going to have 10 men eating a wild tiger while it's jumping out of a tree off of a cliff, and all this stuff. And as their peers, if we keep accepting that in the industry, it's just going to
get worse and worse. I'm pessimistic about the future because I think you asked the question of who's driving it, and I think the networks are driving it because they want race. When an executive vice president at National Geographic or Animal Planet or Discovery comes up for their annual performance review, what gets asked? No time do they get asked what difference you make to society, what do you do for conservation, what do you do to advance, to help society. No, that's ridiculous. No, the questions are always about what ratings did you get, what branding did you do, what marketing did you do, what innovation did you get to get us more eyeballs to watch it. That's the only discussion that's had in the annual performance review from a top executive at Discovery Animal Planet. So that drives people to want to do things, to produce films like Predators of War, and films like this, because this is what gets raised. It's a ratings-driven system, and it comes into conflict with conservation goals. So it's a problem. Yeah, I'm sorry, quickly.
I want to add something very interesting. I don't know if any of you have been attended. There is somebody from National Geographic here, and he did give a presentation yesterday and today, and exactly a little bit shine a new light. They are developing, or they have developed special programming right now that addressing more and more these issues. They are more going into what really going to happen rather than creating the sensationalism. There is apparently drive from the top.
Very good.
Geographic and BBC, of course. Unfortunately, because of Discovery and the BBC, but BBC by itself, and National Geographic and few independent producers, to create programming that are more truly connected with what we discussed now, and board more on the ethical element rather than reality shows like what we have seen before.
Well, the thing that networks hate more than anything else is being criticized. So if they fear that they are going to be revealed, if they are going to be shown up in some bad way, they will take steps to do it. Recently at Animal Planet, there was a big discussion about this meeting of the top executives there, and someone raised the question, have you seen Chris Palmer's new book? And then it followed from that was about an hour discussion of how they should do more for conservation. This is good. This is what we want. This is what all of us want, is to inject in those discussions at high levels in the networks more discussions about conservation and about ethical filmmaking, and that way we'll come to produce. Their demand will come then from them. They will then start asking, well, are you using game farm? See, most of these people in Geographic don't even know the film used game farms or not. They don't even ask. So we hope to get to the point where they will ask these questions.